The Kids Christmas Carnival is back. I'm Matt Malone with Southwest Michigan's 97.5 Y Country and 98.3 The Coast. And as we are celebrating the holiday season, getting in the holiday spirits, we know that there are craft bags that you've probably heard about that are available for pickup. And one of the great places that you can go to pick these things up actually is a place that you were able to grab them last year as well. So you should be familiar with them. And we were talking about our friends at the Michigan Army National Guard, the St. Joe office. And with that, Kelsey is with us. Devin is with us as well. And first, I always like to start out this way. Thank you both for your service. We appreciate you, appreciate everything that you do for us to give us the opportunity to just be able to relax and make crafts, right? So we appreciate you. So first, how are y'all doing today?
Doing great today. How about you?
Man, living the dream, as we said, right?
Absolutely.
So I want to first start by opening the discussion up. You hear Michigan Army National Guard. We know it's a branch of service, but some people may not know because we know, the Army and that's in your name. But, how do you differentiate from maybe what a traditional mentality of the United States Army is? So, Devin or Kelsey, which one of you? I don't even know which one you want to open up with that question. So we'll just throw it to Devin right away. How about that?
Okay, so with the National Guard, the National Guard and between like the Army, active Army, you're going to go somewhere, you're going to be stationed at any military base that's here in the United States, or we do have some that are overseas. You might get stationed overseas as well. But with the National Guard, each state has a National Guard and territories have a National Guard. So you'll be stationed, if you join the Michigan National Guard, you're going to be stationed right here in the state of Michigan and tending to any needs that the state needs at that time or any neighboring states that might need us as well.
Very cool. All right. Kelsey, give us yours too.
Than everybody else, we're a reserve component. So we serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks out of the summer, with the exception of your basic training and your job training, and then any activations. So if you're activated to assist with a natural disaster or like a riot, or we also do federal activations or deployments, just like every other branch does. But our primary focus is here in Michigan.
Very cool. So let me ask the question then too. You mentioned the 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks in the summertime. What does that look like? What if for somebody who's never been a part of this and maybe they're hearing this for the first time? What does that service kind of look like? What are we doing?
So what it looks like, so I'll just go off of my experience as being 11 Bravo and infantryman. So what happens is, as I'll show up to the armory where my armory was, it was in Grand Rapids. So we'd show up there in the morning, pick up our gear, get all the gear that we needed, and then we would head up to Camp Grayling. We get on charter buses or vehicles, take them up there, head into Grayling, get the training plan for what's going on. Usually infantry, we're going to go to the range. So we're going to go to the range, do anything from weapons qualification. We're going to be doing anything from assaulting an objective to doing room clearing tactics, doing some mount training with vehicles, things of that nature. So we're pretty much infantry guys are going to be in the woods running missions, trying to get the enemy, or we're going to be at the range working on our weapons marksmanship.
Wow. Pretty awesome. That sounds pretty intense. I like shooting at the range too, so that actually sounds pretty fun for me.
But I mean, there's over 100 jobs to choose from in the National Guard. So I mean, that's just my take on what I did. I mean, we'd have truck drivers that are with us that are doing transportation for us, going to pick up people from the ranges. We have medics attached to us, so if somebody gets a little boo-boo or something, they're going to help you out with that. I mean, Kelsey right here worked in, you might want to say your job because I can never say it.
Chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear specialist. So essentially, the 1 weekend a month and the 2 weeks out of the summer, you are sharpening your skills for the job you chose for the National Guard.
Yep.
The 2 weeks is typically used for things that you can't really accomplish in a weekend. So a lot of units that aren't infantry guys, that's when they will go to the range and they'll practice their marksmanship. Any stuff that needs certification, so like medics that need to renew their certifications for healthcare stuff, they'll do that during the 2 weeks. So that's the 2 weeks is usually we use that to do stuff that you can't really do in 16 hours you have over a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds pretty awesome. I just, again, your job title one more time, Kelsey, because that's the longest business card I've ever heard in my life.
Chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear specialist.
That's pretty cool. So when you go, are you playing with beakers and that kind of stuff? A bunch of science things?
Somewhat, yeah. The main thing, so think of like a hazmat team for like a firefighter or something like that. We kind of do that stuff, right? If there was a suspected chemical weapons lab or any kind of chemical lab, we go in those full suits you see with air tanks, and we can identify if it really is a threat, identify what it is, what threats are associated with it, and with certain things we can neutralize that threat.
Wow. Is no matter how many times we talk, because we've talked a few times, I always learn something new about y'all, and I think that's awesome. I love, because it's the thing with this is we get a snapshot, but there's always so much more in depth and in detail. So obviously you've given us a lot of great information here. Let's talk a little bit about maybe, post service. You have such great opportunities to get recruits set up for success in college as well, and maybe even post-service or during service as well. So tell us a little bit about what those college benefits look like.
So when it comes down to the college, that's actually probably the number one reason why people will actually choose the National Guard, because one, it's a part-time service. They can continue doing on what they're doing in their civilian life and go to school full-time while they're still serving. So people will join the National Guard, reasoning being is because we are also funded by the state of Michigan and the federal government. So then we get two benefits on top of that. So you're going to be looking at the federal tuition assistance. That's $4,000 a year for college. All the other branches will get those as well. But then the one that sets us aside on that one, we get $14,400 a year for college benefit money that we get just being in the National Guard. Then on top of that, I mean, you have like the GI Bill, which is like another scholarship, which is you're looking at $407 per month that goes into your bank account. And then if someone scores high enough on the ASVAB test, which is the entry level test to get into the military, if you get above a 50 on that, you actually get an additional 200 and what is it, 207? 200 exactly, right in there. And then you get that bonus on top of it. So you're looking at $607 per month to go to college if you score high enough on the ASVAB.
If you use all those benefits correctly and to their maximum potential in a 4-year period, you have over $95,000 towards college to assist you. So in most cases, you can get your degree without having to go into any college debt, all for serving 1 week in a month and 2 weeks during the summer.
You could basically go to like an Ivy school then, huh?
I mean, you could if you want to get that crazy with it.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Yeah, I guess. If you have a long business card like Kelsey does, then
Yes,
yeah, definitely. All right. So let's say we hear this message, we hear these benefits, and that's a huge, obviously, incentive to serve your country, but ultimately those who serve their country are special, a very, very special kind of people. Tell me a little bit about what the recruitment process is like. If somebody wants to just learn a little bit more about how do we sign up, what is everything that goes with the first processes? How do we do this?
So first step is always get in touch with a recruiter, right? So there's a couple ways you can get a hold of Sergeant DiGiacomo or myself. If you have Facebook, we have a Facebook page. Southwest Michigan National Guard Recruiting. You can go to our National Guard website and input your information. So it would be miarmyguard.com. You put in your information, your name, your phone number, your zip code. And basically what that will do is the website will send your information directly to the recruiter that owns the zip code you live in. Or our office is right next door to Biggby on Main Street. You could always swing by the office as well. We typically, if we're not here, we're out meeting with somebody. But those or our phone numbers are the easiest ways to get a hold of us.
Excellent. I don't want to go through and put a stigma out there, but because you guys don't assign jobs for people get to choose what their job is, which is really awesome. Yes. However, it's always good to be, nice to people. So if you are by Biggby, bring them a coffee. So what's your coffee order? What should we get you?
I just keep it just a black coffee. I mean, sometimes I'm gonna put some creamer in it, but usually it's just straight black coffee.
I'm not a coffee guy. I like the Red Bull Freeze energy drink guy.
I'll do hot chocolate. I'm good there too. So I totally get all of those. Excellent. All right. Well, Michigan. Yeah, absolutely. Michigan Army National Guard, you guys, again, heroes to us here in Southwest Michigan for so many different ways, not only serving your country, but serving your community. And we appreciate everything that you all do. Make sure you stop by and see them as well to pick up your free kids craft bag, the craft kits that are available that offer a lot of great things. I know that you guys put some goodies in there as well, too, at your location, because you guys don't do anything small. You always go big, and I appreciate that, too. So go pick them up. And we'll chat with you guys soon. Is there anything else that you guys want to include here as an outgoing message?
No, we just really enjoy talking to people about the National Guard, letting them know that there's other options. Like, just explore all your options, especially somebody that's in high school. Like, there's not just college, there's trade schools, there's military, there's jobs that you can just go do right out of high school. Like, you don't have to just go do one thing. That's what's the nice thing about being a young teenage kid. Just figure it out. That's what you got to do. Explore your options.
The biggest thing for me is if you have any interest at all, or you think you might be interested, just come and talk to us. You coming and talking to us and getting the information is not you signing a contract. Come and at least get the information. I've been told 1,000 times in my life that information is power, and the information you get from us is free. If you walk away from it and you don't want to take advantage of the benefits, that's fine. You at least came in, you got the information, and you know what is available to you.
You know, we hear so much every single day now, you know, like you said, be informed, be educated to make your own decision that's best for you in all aspects of life. And this is another area that definitely fits that bill too. So with that, Merry Christmas to you all. Happy New Year. And we will talk with you very, very soon. Okay.
Yep. See you, Matt.
Sounds good, Matt.
All right, there you go. The Michigan Army National Guard helping support kids at Christmas Carnival this year. The craft bags, pick them up with Southwest Michigan's 97.5 Y Country and 98.3 The Coast.